All right. I think we're recording. Yep. Recording. All right. Here we go. Okay. Put myself right here. I'm glad all of you are here. Tayo pelo. Toka he ia malakota charge وهي سهمة نها وشيتشوا Joshua S macha pielo. Kui chacha awati na lakota e unspe with chacha hemacha yelo. Iho chante washte na pe choose apelo. Agree with a good heart and open hand. Why do we need to learn Lakota? There's a lot of reasons. For one, it's who we are. Ma Lakota. We have to keep these Lakota ways because our grandfathers and grandmothers, suffered a lot to keep this language alive. And you can't have the language with culture without the symbolism and without the ceremonies. They go hand in hand. Those dances, those songs, those those old teachings, and they're there for a reason, so we can go back and learn and keep this Lakota way of life. I really cherish it. So that's, this is what I call him Lexi, because I got to visit him, got to hang out with him one time in St. Joe's, and I worked there. My first year contract teacher was at St. Joe's. So a lot of my students, I see this, and then I was probably the elementary, junior high teacher. It's crazy. So these are some of the protocols. Please enter quietly if it's either in class, Zoom, Google Meet, anything. Just enter quietly, be respectful. If someone's talking, listen. You'll have your chance to speak. And I want to hear you. Have a seat. Make sure cameras is on, working, audio is working, camera's working. Make sure you have your material, your headphones, your mouse, pencil, paper, etc. Review agenda on board or in Google Classroom. Make sure you know how to work Google Classroom. If not, I would suggest go to YouTube and start, researching that. Because, like I said, I have to research on how to do this stuff, and I never knew I can do this until I looked into it and found out. And, keep learning, because the older we get, the more stuff they're producing. So we have to keep up with the times. With Lakota, math, English, science, all things. Begin assignments or activities. So we will begin assignment and activity today. I'll direct you in what I want you to do after I did this PowerPoint. And when you are tardy or absent, please let the school know or have a, this is for, I'm a high school student, so I'm always thinking like that. Now, you don't know, see, your parents won't call, but please let me or the college know you're going to be missing or why you missed. Emergencies, very lenient guy, but I know I don't like to be taking advantage of. If you miss daily Zoom class, we don't have daily Zoom, but we have a daily Zoom class a week, twice a week, depending on what project we're doing. Like I said, this is your class. This is your time. You paid for it, and I want you to get the most out of it. When we are on Zoom, please don't change your background more than once. This is again for high school students, not so much college, but you never know. Must have audio, video unless told otherwise. We have to see you to make sure you are all there. Class discussion. Please participate. Very important. If I ask you to say something Lakota, if you mess up, I'm not going to laugh at you. I want to hear what you have to say, because I have to See if you're hearing it right. Nchota, nachonta. I have to see if the sounds are making sense. You know, make all questions and comments relevant to the current discussion. We have a lot of subjects to go over, a lot of terms, a lot of teachings. And if we stick to just one area and we don't continuously move, and then we're not going to get much done. So again, if you have questions off the topic, please write it down and ask later. I will answer. Like I said, I have nothing against questions. I love questions, but get a wrong question, you get a wrong answer. It does. Okay. Okay, well, pala kanka ichichapalo. We will begin the syllabus or wana right now. All right, let me get out of here. Have this ready, hopefully. Okay. All right. So this is open up 2 pages here. The semester is fall 2020. This is Lakota 101, 4 credit hours. Like I said, course date, time, and location. Most of it's 99% is going to be online. To be announced, time and date. And like I said, I have to get you guys to do this. My name is Joshua Estes. Like I said, my contact information. This is my cell up here, 605-222-2067. This is my email, joshua.estes@gmail.com. Will not be available from 8 to 4 because my other teaching commitments. I am a high school teacher, junior high teacher, sometime Head Start. Probably not so much this year. I do drum group. I do talented and gifted after school. So even then, I might be busy. But there's no LNI this year. I heard so. I got much to. I'm have a lot more time on my hands this year. So if you want to get hold of me, just leave me a message. I will return your message after 4 o'clock. P.S. Please do not call the school because most of the time I'm in class instructing. So, but this year we go 9 to 12, and you can, if it's a really important, message me after 12. I'll look at your message, and I might be able to get to you after 12. We'll see. We do have some students might be coming in to do extra work. I don't know, and I'll be helping with them. Introduction to the SGSU course catalog description. I went there and I said introduction to conversational Lakota language. Students who possess native language ability may challenge this course for credit. So if you say you can, you know everything already, I have an evaluation for you. And if I think you know more than a beginner should, or basic conversational skills, then you can get the credit from me. Because I have had fluent speakers that can speak way more than me, and I have let them do credit. I told them just take a few classes and just show me. SGSU disability statement, as you read, all students will have the chance to be taught, and no matter what, unless there's the only time I have a very patient person, but just be mindful that others pay for this course, and if you have kids in the background and your audio's on and they can hear you yelling at them, it's taken away from us, taken away from the students, and everybody paid for this class. So, and again, I'm pretty lenient and pretty good going teacher. So just show up and shouldn't have no problems. Participate and don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to mess up. The teaching philosophy. Students come to us with influence of their past and present and their features, the way of life, their way of life, their beliefs, their actions, emotions are welcome and encouraged to be part of the class experience related to the course's learning outcome by arranging directed outcomes of learners engaging their involvement, learning process influence their reasoning and judgment and communication skills. Under these circumstances, the act of knowing or active learning takes place and thus leads to expansion of personal knowledge. So again, I will not put on my beliefs and customs and my way of life onto anybody else. I encourage it, but I will not tell you to do something, and vice versa. You know, just respect my way and I respect yours. We have the similar beliefs. Good. If you don't, it's okay. You know, I grew up many ways. You know, I grew up in the church. And I kind of went to these ways because I wanted to find more about my culture. And I'm not full blood. I'm Hieska. I'm half Lakota. Half. My dad was Arab, so you know. So again, I'm not full blood also. So but with that said, you know, I do have a love for this way of life. My grandma was full blood. My grandpa was, you know, both were fluent speakers. Were very good leaders in the community. A lot of people looked up to them. John and Bessie Estes. You know, she was like my mom, and he was like my dad. Kind of raised me, showed me these good virtues. You know. So again, you know, course objective from approval. The students will achieve a basic understanding of language. That means you'll know the ins and outs of Lakota, how to communicate. Students will develop listening skills and apply this to their learning Lakota. Like I said, nahamta, you have to listen. Use those nakpas. The students will attempt to converse in basic Lakota language using Greens, Lakota using kinship terms, names, and daily language. So, kahashi, daya chianke, toshka, daya yushkia, oh. It's good to see you, nephew. Good to see you, cousin. You know, I'll be using, oh, look, shit. Daya yahi. I'm glad you're here, glad you're here, uncle. So those are certain kinship terms that we'll be using. Doksha ake, lakshi, ake ya uwo. Come back, come back. Come back again. The student will gain knowledge of spelling and proper pronunciation of the Lakota words. There's different spellings and different words, and that's why it's very important to get that down. We'll be going over that next week. Right now, we're going to go over syllabus and kind of get a little grasp of how to work this stuff. All right, required text. Hopefully, I'll get you this. This will be provided in Google Class. You should have this level 1 text. Not so much the Lakota dictionary yet. You can get one. And it is by Juan Altridge. He's a really good. I know him. He's from Local Language Consortium. He created this book and his curriculum I use. And he's kind of the founder. And, you know, a lot of people say bad things about the guy, but I think he has a passion for language itself. You know, he's a linguist and he's a pretty fluent speaker. Knows more than me. And I respect that. So the course material, Google account is required. Get on there and get your Google account. Technology expectation is a hybrid course with the majority of the instruction online. So students must have a computer with audio and video. To be successful at online learning, students will need to be persistent with technology issues and seek help when needed, have effective time management skills, and need basic technological skills to succeed. These technical skills include the ability to create new documents, use word processing programs, navigate the internet, and download software. Like I said, if you have problems Don't be afraid to call the college. And there's a list of technical support right here. We have Dwayne, we have Pauline, we have Art, um, we have Natalie. She's really good at technical stuff. We have um, another technical person that she can help us with. And what are they bring here? Oh, evaluation. And yeah, but if you have any problems, then just let me know. Evaluation and grading policy. Each faculty member will create their own grading criteria. I have um, my own kind of way I grade. So you turn stuff in, you get points. You know, and it's in the syllabus also. Faculty members may, at their own discretion, complete a grade change. There is no D. So they do A, B, C, or F, no D. So there's no way to get an F unless you don't do the work. It says attendance policy. You're responsible for attending class, completing all assignments, reading all assigned textbooks, material, and participating in class discussion and other class activities. Attendance expected. Attendance is recorded. I have to turn in attendance every Thursday night. So you get this, you watch this, you do the survey, or you do the quiz at the end, then that's considered half a class. So if you showed up the first part to get your books and stuff, I wrote your name down. I wrote your name down. When you watch this and do the survey, the quiz afterwards, then you get points for that. And then you get, boom, it's one class this week. So you spent half an hour to start picking it, and you do an hour doing this, and then an hour doing a quiz. Hopefully it didn't take you an hour, but all right. Anyways, keep moving on. Students who miss the number of consecutive classes or total of hours attendance listed below may be dropped from a course by the instructor. Students seeking to be reinstated to a course after they have been dropped must obtain a written authorization of reinstatement from the instructor at the end of the semester after all coursework has been successfully completed. Sorry. Again, 1 credit hour course, 3 consecutive classes, 5 hours of attendance. So if you miss 3 consecutive classes, 10 hours of attendance, it's hard to catch back up. You miss 3 classes in a row, and then you come the 4th class, and we're kind of up there, kind of taught a lot in no time, and then you're lost, and then we have to go back and kind of reteach you and get you caught up. And that happens every time, it happens everywhere. So just do the work and everything should go. Homework and credit hour policy. You go through this 1 hour of classroom direct faculty instruction is a minimum 2 hours of class student work for approximately 15 weeks for 1 semester hours or credits. At least an equivalent amount of work as required in paragraph. So again, it might just take you half an hour to do this, an hour, but it can be 2 hours if you're doing that by yourself. Here's an example. Each student should expect to spend 2 to 3 hours on an out-of-class reading and completing assignments each week for every hour of class time. Each credit hour in order to be successful. Therefore, if a course is 3 credit hours, students should be spending approximately 6 hours outside of class on required readings and assignments. However, every student differs in individual skills, educational background, experience, capabilities, and personal goals, so the amount of time you must dedicate to out-of-class work can vary significantly from national average. Now, for me, I usually spend up to 3 hours. When I was in college, it was 3 hours Sunday, Saturday, get my homework done. I like to have my Fridays to myself back then. Just kidding. But I was doing Saturdays and Sundays and have it ready. SJU policy and academic honesty. Dishonest, don't cheat, don't plagiarize. Basically, this means give credit where credit's due. If you borrow something, make sure you give them credit. Make sure you cite it, or it can fall back on you. You know, a lot of teachers I always give credit to. Bullhead, Albert Whitehat, Ron Aldridge, all scholars of language. So this is week 1. You review the syllabus and give instructions, course explanation, and answer any questions. So there'll be an answer quiz after this section. Week 2, we're going to go over Lakota phonology, the concept of phoneme. The phoneme is a study of the sound of language. We're going to get really in depth with language. Introductions. We're doing it. You're going to introduce yourself. We're going to give you an introduction sheet. If you fill it out, cousins, kinship, opening greetings. Tkahashi, kashi, hashishi, cheshi, chepashi. Those are all what we're going to be going over. Introduce animals and games. Homework. Yes, you will have homework next week. So be ready. Week 3 is fast speech, slow speech, and Lakota. We're going over that. Review introductions, animals, and stages in life. Then we'll have a homework. Week 4, we go over Lakota vowels and stress. These are all, I might jump and go vowels and stress. Week 3 and go to, because I really think the vowels are important right here. Because there's 8 vowels, 5 oral vowels, 3 nasalized vowels, and our animal. And we'll try to get a game in. Interaction, introducing someone else. Be able to introduce somebody. So if we could set up a Zoom time, we could do that. Paul Princess introduction and homework. So I'll give you everything you need there. Week 5, Lakota phonology, fricatives, and that's, again, phonology is study of sounds. And hecha is, what is it? Homework. Lakota case stops. Be doing that. Versus hecha. And you'll find out what that is. It's identification. Everyday object game. We might have to substitute the game for that. There are some cool online games I can do with Lakota. Homework. I'll give you some homework to do. Lakota P stops. O. No. Pre. We'll have some examples. Le, he, ka. That's just describes distance. Doing that. Basic numbers, 1 through 20, 1 through 100. Wajinupa. Wakitamanupa isam zapta. Wakitamaну yamani isam shakloha. Stuff like that. Week 8. Shakaloha. Week 8. Lakota T stops. Those are very important. Dictionary work. We're going to use a dictionary to find out some stuff. So you're going to find out how to use a dictionary. And you can get a dictionary. You can borrow a dictionary from me if you need one. They should have one at the library. Review day. Well, review could be midterm. Week 8 might be midterm. So again, Lakota stops overview. I'm doing those Lakota. Those are Lakota stops. Yuha, Wan, Wanji, Wanjini. You, I, he, and she. We're going to be talking about those. Clothing again. Week 10. Lakota C with the wedge. C with the wedge with the H. And edge with a glottal stop. So numbers with Yuha. We're going over those. Lakota resources. Um, week 11. Lakota phonology miscellaneous. Going and arriving introduction. Menikte. Mini Luzahan Menikte. We'll be going over to Rhapsody. Nah, not this week. Oko. Homework, family tree. You're gonna have to know where you come from to helps you to know who you are and where you're gonna be. Week 12, review, food game. Washte lake or chi. Washte lake or washte walakashni. And final projects. Introduction. You should have your introduction. By the time we're done with this course, you should have introducers, have you should be able to introduce yourself without looking at the paper. Conversation with a partner. You should be able to answer some of these questions I'm going to ask you. Song. You should be able to sing a song. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to sing a song, but if you can sing a song, if you can't sing a song, you can do a prayer. So these two are optional. If you can't do a prayer, do a song. Can't do a song, do a prayer. Conversation with a partner, introduction. You're gonna have to do introduction. And so at least 2 out of 4 of the final projects. It'd be really good if you do all 4 of them. Then we'll have a final test, any makeup, and then final grades we get week 16. So with that said, this is the end of this. So Doksha Akewachi Akiktelu.